Good morning to all. We are at the Armenian Quarter Street, very close to Jaffa Gate and Zion Gate in Jerusalem. And you can see part of the wall of the Armenian Quarter. There are few quarters in Jerusalem, few neighborhoods. One of them is of the Armenian. The Armenian were the first one, were converted as a nation to Christianity before everyone else. I'm talking about 301 AD. Constantine started to convert the Roman Emperor only 23 years later. In that case, they do have their own quarter in the city, although we do have a Christian quarter too. In front of you, it's the convent of Saint Jacob. Actually James Santiago. We do have two James that are buried here. The first one is the great James Yaakov Agadol, and he was one of the 12. Yaakov, the son of Yohanan, John, and at 44 AD, he was killed by Agrippas II, the nephew of King Herod, and his head is buried in their church. His body is in Spain, in Compostela, Santiago. Then it's quite an important place. But this is not the only James that is buried in that ancient church. The second one was the son and the brother of Jesus that was died here. He was the bishop of Jerusalem, and he died here in a horrible way. He was thrown from the wall of the church, wall of Jerusalem, wall of the temple. Then two of those James have been buried in here. Sadly, I cannot go in to pray for you, Betty, and for you, Robbie, and mainly because coronavirus is here, and if a month ago I could enter to the facade of St. James, now there's a big sign that say no intention to all visitors, and we are visitors. Then in that matter, I will bless the Jerusalem cross right in front of the entrance. This is certainly the sign that because of it couldn't enter. That's the entrance to the facade of the 12th century church. It's such an amazing church. At 3 p.m. every day, the priest, or the one who was actually studying in that seminar, are praying in the church, and they are chanting so beautifully. Sadly, visitors for the last almost 2 years cannot reach that place. I mean, I cannot hear it, but if you will reach Jerusalem and they will open it, this is the mostly the only option of you as non-Armenian to visit that convent. Remember, 1,500 hours every day, not at Corona time. You can see that we are now at, let me go close, reach the sign. It is, sadly I don't want to go closer to that because it's still a road, and we will turn left, although we cannot visit the inner part of the convent. We will be able to see a little bit of the Armenian Quarter that is outside the walls. All right, let's see that I will do that without any damage. This is part of the Armenian Quarter as well. You might see the beautiful flag of Armenia, but let's look at that sign, although it's a little bit noisy, and I will let the people go. You can see here the sign that said, I remember and demand. In Hebrew it's Ani Zocher V'Doresh. And at the lower part of it, you can see the sign that said Armenian Genocide. 1915 in April. And let me continue because it's noisy. 1.5 million were murdered by the Ottomans, the Turkish of today. And most of the world is still not recognize it because of the power of Turkey. But I remember it. I've been in that amazing Holocaust genocide museum in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, and that's where we are. You can see here the city. This is the Temple Mount, and you can see here the Muslim Quarter, the Christian Quarter, the Jewish Quarter, and the Armenian, and we are just here. That way will take us to the Jewish Quarter and the Western Wall, the Wailing Wall, but we will turn left at Ararat Street. And I want you to see a little bit the non-touristic part of it, and the Jerusalem cross is following us. There's a lot of maps here of ancient Armenia, and sadly some people are destroying it. But I don't want you to see horrible pictures. You just go into the site of the Armenian genocide, and you will find a lot of information about it. We are at St. James Street. Remember, we started from there. And we are entering slowly to the Jewish Quarter as well. You can see the old quarter, the old houses, is part of the Armenian Quarter, and you can see the walls of it. And soon you will see some new stones that will mark the Jewish Quarter. The Jewish Quarter being destroyed by the Jordanians, then conquer, in a way, Palestine and Jerusalem in 1948. 1948, United Nations declared of two countries, Israel for the first, so after hundreds of years without independence, and Palestine for the first time. The Jordanians, the Egyptians, and some other Arabic countries invented into that area to destroy Israel. The result is that they destroyed Palestine. Palestine was occupied by two countries, Jordan and Egypt, and this part was occupied by Jordan. Jerusalem is not supposed to be part of Israel or not part of Palestine. It was supposed to be part of United Nations, but it's been destroyed by, it's been conquered by the Jordanians, and they destroyed the Jewish Quarter. Here you can see, for example, a new building. The walls of the Armenian is still around most of the quarter. Today there are something like 3,000 people who live here. A lot of them are survivors from that genocide. Remember, we came from there. Now we will turn to Ararat Street. We'll turn left. That is part of the Armenian Quarter, and this is already the Jewish Quarter. You can see the differences. Ararat Street and Or Achaim, which is a Jewish name. Then this is the beginning of the Jewish Quarter. But we will walk through the non-touristic area of the Armenian Quarter. I think most of the Israelis never been here. Look upstairs, you can see some hollows, some pillars, columns or pillars with holes. That used to be the air condition of ancient time. Wind entered from one side, went out through the other side, and it was at least 2-3 degrees less, which is important in summertime. Today it's an amazing day. It's only 25 degrees, which is, let's say, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I wish it could be like that all here. Here it is. This is the first Armenian flags that you see here. And the 4 people that you saw are local people. Although it's still October, you can see the Merry Christmas sign. Merry Christmas! The Jerusalem cross is following me mainly for Betty. I'm actually blessing the cross here in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This is a present for her, that video, because she didn't know that I will do that. She knows only about the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, but she is the one that asked me to visit the St. James Church, and I tried. I told her that it's impossible, but I tried, and in that case, I have a video. Ta-da-dum. Then, what is that cross? You can see the main cross right in the middle, and some small 4 crosses around it. The main cross is the cross of Jerusalem, center of the world according to the Bible, and the 4 others is whatever you want. Before we will continue, you know what, let's continue and then we'll talk about it. It can be the 4 Gospels. Altogether, it can be 5 stigmatas. And because Betty cannot reach Israel now, just like you, although there's a rumor that you might be able at the end of October to reach here, she asked me to do that, and I'm blessing it to her, and I will send it to her. She doesn't know that I'm sending it to her home. And next week, let's say, something like that, and she will have that special energetic cross, special cross that you can find only here in Jerusalem. We are in the Armenian Quarter, and you can see the Syrianic Orthodox Club, Jerusalem. In the Armenian Quarter, there are 2 churches that not belong to the Armenian. The first one is the Maronite Church, which are Christians from Lebanon, and the second one, and the oldest one, is the beautiful Church of St. Mark, that sadly I won't be able to go in, but let's talk about it as well. According to the Syrianic Church, Church of Syria, that was the house of the mother of John, Yohanan, that we know it as Marcus. And according to them, the upper room, the room of the Last Supper, the event happened here. And if the upper room was here, then the Pentecost was here as well. Then I'm blessing it here as well. Most of the Christians accepting a different place, which is okay too. It's so close to each other, then who am I to say that it's not? We are still in Ararat Street. And the Jewish Quarter, as we know, is there, but we will go through the non-touristic part of the Armenian Quarter. Beautiful here, isn't it? Again, Jewish Quarter. How do I know that it's Jewish Quarter? First of all, the houses are new. It's from 69 and up. Secondly, you can see the mezuzah, the right side of the door, and the names here: Zilberman, Mishan. Sounds like Jewish families. If you want to go straight to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected, straight ahead. But if it's okay by you, I want to continue to the end. It's like one way. It's will end. That street will end soon. You can hear now the muezzin, and mainly because it's beautiful. Can you hear the muezzin? He's calling us to pray. If you see that we remember, I think now you will understand that story better. New building? Yes, you already know, Jewish house. Then it's kind of the border between those two quarters. We are at Bikur Cholim Street. And that will be the end of that street. Then we are going back to the main street to show you the way to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is the place. Oh, look at that. I'm sure that you can understand what is written here. Don't talk near the window. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is the place that Jesus was crucified, died, buried, and resurrected, of course. The church belongs to everyone, except of the Protestants. Remember, this is Ararat Street and the corner of Biko Holim Street. We will go there to the church, but before that, look at Palm Branch. If you're Christian, it reminds you immediately Palm Sunday, and then Ash Wednesday. The Jews are using it as well at Sukkot, the holiday they had just finished a week ago, to cover the hats, the booth that they built for 7 days. And they're throwing it after that, but that holiday, which is usually September, October, they are actually saying Oshana, 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 which is save us, save us, save us. Now, limit of political science. The science in Israel, is especially in Jerusalem, is usually in Hebrew, Arabic, and English. You can see that someone just deleted the English, the Arabic one. That's not good. Although I must tell you that in the Muslim Quarter, you can see the same idea that some of the Muslims have deleted the Hebrew. In front of you is the Lutheran Hospice. If you will turn left, you will reach St. Mark. The Maronite church, but we will turn right to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I think he already knows me. I'm not going straight to the church because it's a beautiful day. Then let's climb up to one of the viewpoints to see a little bit of Jerusalem, because we are at the center of it. To the right, it's the, not here, but in about a minute, it's the Jewish Quarter. Straight ahead, it's the Jewish Quarter. We are in the end of the Armenian Quarter, beginning of the Christian Quarter, and soon you will be able to see the Muslim Quarter too. It is a small city. Yes, it is. Shops are closed here because of a few reasons. The first one, no tourist. Second one, no tourist. Third one, no tourist. Then, to your right side, you can see the Jewish Quarter. I don't know if you can see it at the lighter part, the sunny part. This is new building. Remember, the Jewish Quarter. We are in the /Christian the end of the Armenian Quarter. We are at Chabad Street. Chabad is a Jewish organization, and I want you to meet the stairs because we are climbing up. Are you doing it with me? Yes, you do. By the muezzin and the bells of the church that I heard before, I know that it's 12 o'clock. Then we can actually, the sun will be above me and the view will be amazing. We are at the roof of the market. Yeah, the view is going to be amazing. Let me show you the market. The shops are open here because that is the second most, actually I must say the first crowded tourist street. Now, can you see the stripes here, the black one? Please walk on it, mainly because here it's slippery. People might fall. Turn left here. There's a big group here Israeli group, and he's shouting. Then I can see that he's shouting and speaking, but it's loud. I hope that they already saw that part. And we will climb here. It looks like they already saw it, and we will wait until they will go. No. Because he's speaking now at the place that I want you to see. Then let's first look at that place. The two domes that you see in front of you, the grey domes, the biggest domes here, belongs to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. We're going to visit it soon. To your right side, the Church of the Redeemer, a Lutheran church. And we will walk through that street very soon. That was the center of the city. Then in that case, the two main roads from the Roman time actually met here. The first one you saw, we were above it, and we are very close to the other one, which is the Cardo. This is the Cardo from north to south. And the one that we saw is actually from west to east, the Comanos. Then in that case, I want you to see the view, but for right now we can actually see the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. You see that they are renovating now the crosses on top of the roof. Jerusalem cross is with us. All right, I don't hear the tour guide there, but he's still there. No, they're leaving. Please leave. They will leave soon. Usually I'm the only one here, but I'm not the only one who knows about it, as you can see it. You know it too. All right, it took him 20 minutes to go, but I was waiting patiently for you. What you can see here is everything. Let's start with the close houses, the nearby houses. Jewish quarter. Behind the fence, behind the group, is the Muslim quarter. We are at the Christian quarter. And Armenian. Special place, isn't it? Then, what we can see from far away. I know that you're looking at the Dome of the Rock, but let me show you that we are still following the cross. And we can still hear him. Gosh, he's got a voice. Then, the white area that you see to your right on top of Mount of Olives is the Jewish cemetery from the time of King David until today. Let's continue left. Surrounded with a wall, you can see a green area. I don't know if you can see there's a small chapel right there. Small chapel there with a black dome. It looks like teardrop, but upside up down. That is Dominus Flavit. That's where the Lord saw the city and wept. Above it is the site of the resurrection. You can see it by the big tower of the Russians. That is where Jesus, sorry, not resurrection, ascension. That is where Jesus ascended into heaven and promised us to come back from the same place. To the left, there's a brown tower. Here it is, now we can see it. That is Augusta Victoria, a Lutheran church. Today it's a beautiful Muslim hospital To the left of it, you can see it a little bit. The sun is in my eyes, but you can see the arches. Those arches belongs to the Mormon from Salt Lake City, Utah. This is a beautiful university, an amazing place to visit. And to the left, Mount Campus, this is the Hebrew University. Then from that viewpoint, you can see everything. It's amazing, isn't it? Then, let's go back. We are still heading to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, at least to the facade of the church. And remember, people can fall here. It's a very slippery area. Then we are doing it slowly, slowly. Someone asked me, can you start with a map of the tour? I know that it's very important. The problem is that I'm not planning it, and I don't want to plan my tours. I knew that I have to be at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. I knew that I wanted to surprise Betty and Ruby with the Armenian Quarter, but I didn't know what I'm gonna do. It's like I'm reaching the city, and then suddenly it's happened. I hope that you will forgive me. That's why I'm actually showing you the streets names. We came from there. We climbed up to that roof, but we're now heading to the Comanos, which is the main street from west to east. We will turn west, which is left, through Jaffa Gate and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Here it is. You saw the roof, you saw that street from the roof, which is there. We saw it from there. If we will continue that way, we will reach the western wall, the Temple Mount, and Haram al-Sharif, Al-Aqsa, a mosque. This is David Street, Rehov David. The first viewpoint that I took from the roof was from there. You will see it better soon. We actually walked through it. We walked through there, and the view of that street was just above us. Remember, we saw the Redeemer Church. We were right there. St. John Hospital was here. We believe that the Hospitallers, we know that the Hospitallers were here, and they built a huge hospital that served the Christians, many the Crusaders, tourists that came to here. St. John is the patron of them. Remember, he baptized Jesus, and to be baptized is in a way to die and to be born again. want to show you the fountain in the center, but before that, that is more the Moristan Street. Moristan in Persian, it's hospital. Remember, you just talked about the hospital here. They are renovating the arches around it. And look how beautiful it is. I'm usually eating in that area. This is one of the possibilities. I loved the panoramic Golden City viewpoint. That's where I'm usually eat, but for the last 1.5, almost 2 years, I had no tourists. Then the restaurant is closed, and let's hope that they will open it soon. So many tourist places. I must say that I used to stop in one of those places to shop, mainly because we are talking about Palestinians, Arabs, and they need your money just like everyone else. And that cross was bought here mainly because I'm trying to help them as well, not only me. We turn left. Let me show you the street name. Very difficult name because they deleted it. But let me show you the entrance to the church. If you got lost, it's not a problem, mainly because you can always ask where is the church of the Holy Sepulchre. Oh, where is the tomb of Jesus? There it is. And this is the facade of the amazing church of the Holy Sepulchre from the 12th century. That will be the end of the video, not before a few things that you will ask me. First of all, how should you have that cross as well? Where do you want me to bless it? Go to buy me a coffee link. There's information there, and if not, you can ask me about the information in that video. You must know that I'm doing the tour for each one who will ask me to do that privately. I'm not doing it like collectively. Tour, it's 1 to 4, one person. Secondly, through Buy Me a Coffee, you can ask me to light candles or to put some notes at the Western Wall, which I'm going to do that today after I will bless that cross in that church. And if you're not part of my subscribers, then be one. I do have more than 19,000 videos. A lot of them are from 2021. This is the only options of you to visit the Holy Land here. Then see you in my next video. Bye bye.